Hello, it's Tuesday, November 1st, and I'm Natalie Woods with your UFX Markets Daily News. The US dollar strengthened versus all major currencies after the Japanese government took steps to curb the yen's strength, spurring investors towards the safety of the US dollar. In addition, there's still a high concern that European leaders will struggle to contain the region's debt crisis. The Nasdaq dropped by 1.93% and the Dow Jones fell by 2.26%. Crude oil fell by 0.90%, closing at $92.60 a barrel. Gold fell by 1.70%, closing at $1,713 an ounce. Today, ISM manufacturing PMI is expected at 52.10 versus the previous 51.60. The euro declined versus the US dollar after an official Chinese news agency said that the nation can't play the role of savior to Europe. There's a degree of disappointment creeping into the markets regarding Europe's plan. The momentum of the euro-dollar will remain bearish if the pair maintains its resistance level of 1.3980. Overall, the euro-dollar traded with a low of 1.3827 and with a high of 1.4171. The euro-dollar last traded at 1.3850. The British pound surged against the US dollar amidst concern that European leaders will struggle to find funding to contain the region's debt crisis, spurring demand for the relative safety of the UK currency. The trend for the pair is bearish as it remains below the resistance level of 1.6100. According to the daily chart, the pair is overbought and could retrace strongly. Overall, the pound dollar traded with a low of 1.5963 and a high of 1.6165. Today, nationwide HPI is expected to grow by 0.10%. Manufacturing PMI is expected at 50.50 versus the previous 51.10, and prelim GDP is expected to grow by 0.40% versus the previous 0.10%. The pound dollar last traded at 1.6060. The Japanese yen fell versus the US dollar and other majors after the Bank of Japan intervened in the markets to weaken the yen for the third time this year. The main reason being that the stronger local currency hurts the overseas competitiveness of exporters and cuts the value of their overseas income when repatriated. The Japanese finance minister suggested that more currency interventions could follow until the yen is at a satisfying level. Technically, trading above the support level of 77.50 will maintain its bullish trend. The US dollar Japanese yen last traded at 78.15. The Canadian dollar weakened versus the US dollar after Japan intervened in currency markets to weaken the yen. The Canadian dollar briefly paired losses after Canada's gross domestic product gained for a third month in August, rising 0.3%. The main trend for US dollar CAD will remain bearish as long as the pair is trading below the resistance level of 1.0020. The US dollar CAD last traded at 0.9990. Thank you for joining us today. For more information, please visit us at www.ufxmarkets.com for all your online trading needs. I'm Natalie Woods, wishing you a happy trading.